Welcome to Stability. I'm Katie, this is my husband, Kevin. This is actually the second video in our series, and we encourage you to do the other one first, not because this is harder, but there's more information there to get you rolling and understand what we're up to. This class, we're going to be very, very focused on the motions without as much chit chat and not saying things again and again for you to have to survive through. So let's come into a seated position on our chair, seated forward, feet flat on the floor, and make sure your feet are about hip distance apart. We're going to be working on three things, and I will repeat that. We're working on posture, balance, and strength. And all those three things help us with our stability and fall prevention. So all these exercises are focused on that for you today. Let's come into a nice seated position, roll back the shoulders, find some balance in your body, be nice and upright, no leaning back for this, and just your hands simply laying upon your thighs, just keeping yourself upright. I'm going to just start with a gentle twist. As we do, just bring a shoulder back, look over to the right and turn. That hand pulls back a little bit. Let's turn and look the other direction, nice and slow. Nice low back twist. Keeping the head just in alignment. Don't get into the neck in this. We just want to turn with the upper body. And one more time. Nice, slow, deep breathing, and come to center. Do a posture check really quick here. Hand on the chin, palm on the chest, and draw the head back in alignment with the spine. There you go. That's awesome. That's great. So we're just going to hang down the arms beside us here, and we're going to work on lower body, adjusting for upper body. Just leaning down to the right is what we're going to do first, but press through that right foot. Push into that foot. Now lean to the right. Any amount. And come back up. Push through the left foot. Lean. Do you feel that extra strength in your low body? Come on up. Let's not hold our breath. Inhale, push through the foot, exhale down. Come back up to straight. Inhale, tall, push through the foot, and exhale down. Nice and tall. I forgot my timer, and I want to make sure this class isn't too long for you guys. And come on over. And come to upright. Do you find that you're inclined to hold your breath? It's because we're using our abdominal muscles. One last time, push through that left foot. Lean down and come up to neutral. Let's go to the legs for a moment here. Just doing some strengthening and range of motion. We're just going to simply just lift a leg up nice and straight and put it down. Other side. And down. Just like you're kind of taking a strange walk in the chair. Seeing if you can lift those toes a little higher without rocking back the shoulders. Let's stay upright and lift. Do you feel the quads working underneath your hands? Let's change it to a bit of a stretch here. So just supporting underneath the thigh. Straighten out the legs and any amount lift. Lower and bend. Other side. We start with the straighten. We add the lift and lower and bend. One more time each side. And bend. Straighten. Lift. Nice stretch. Low and bend. That's taking care of the hamstrings. Let's step the feet nice and wide. Wider than maybe even the legs of your chairs. And your toes are pointed out a little bit, heels are in. This brings us into a nice flex in our hips here. You probably can feel like if you sit up nice and tall, you can feel like you can come forward quite easily a little bit. Let's just do that a couple of times, nice and tall, and rock forward. Nice and tall, and rock forward. Taking it into a side bend. Let's lay the left arm on that thigh. Right arm goes up, and we lean any amount over to the side, pressing through that foot we're leaning into. Don't hold your breath. Inhale, tall. Exhale, side bend. Can you bring the elbow forward and look down at your knee? Can you swing your elbow up and look up at the sky? And then just come into a big rotation and let that go. Just some rolling the shoulders backwards and backwards. One more time. And we go to the other side. So leaning onto that thigh, press through that foot on the right-hand side. Nice and tall. Exhale, side bend. You feel it in your ribs. Don't go so far that you're uncomfortable. Inhale, tall. Nothing today should hurt. Exhale, come over. Elbow forward, look down at your knee. Swing that elbow back, open up through the chest, look at the sky, and let the arm come into a full rotation. Just a nice rolling of the shoulders, backwards and forwards. Bring the feet back to center. Make sure you haven't started to recline. Let's come forward, nice posture, roll the shoulders back. We're just going to squeeze a knee into a chest here. We're just going to grab the back of the thigh, any amount. Lift and hug that knee and lower it down. And the other side, squeeze and down. Try to be mostly using your leg muscles to lift and then that extra little pull in the hands and lower. Start with the leg muscles. Lift, extra stretch, and lower. I'm going to change that to a hip opener. Same kind of movement, but we add an extra piece. So you're going to lift up your knee, hold and support it in some way. Keep holding on to it with your right hand and just open the leg to the side and put that down. Lift the knee and bring it back. Up, open, supporting with the hand, and bring it back. Other side, lift, use the hand to support and open, back to center. So we're not rotating with this, we're just opening up through the hip and back to center. You can hold on to your chair if you want a little extra stability for this next piece. We're just going to do some knee circles. So the same kind of motion, but we're just going to do a little circle over to one side here and change direction. Feeling that glide in the hip, put your foot down, other side. Sometimes our muscles get a little bit crunchy. Sometimes that's because of dehydration. Other direction. Sometimes it's just lack of movement. We just don't have enough flow of oxygen and blood to that joint. And let's put that down and let that be for a moment. We're going to come into a back stretch. We're going to start with our seated cat-cow as we do. Every time exercise sequence like this is going to have the cat-cow because it's so important to our spine. Take a look at Kevin if you want a really good vision of that. Hands out in front. We're going to take a deep breath in, pull the hands back and sway the spine. Exhale, push away, tuck the chin, roll the shoulders. Inhale, sway. Exhale, push. Inhale, nice and slow with your pace of breathing and push. Roll those shoulders away from the upper back. Now lift the tailbone, sway the spine, and push away. One more. And blow it out. Hollow the belly and come to neutral. For a little bit deeper back bend stretch, we don't have to do this standing and trying to have our balance. You stay sideways because that'll be good for it, Kevin. We're going to do what's called an eagle arch. If you have a lot of shoulder issues, just cat-cow through this. What you're going to do is take an anchor on your chair in some way, and you're just going to bring the belly button forward and add some tension to the arms and stretch out the low back. Don't hold your breath. Just be here for a moment, holding this deep back stretch. Now let go of that tension. Just curl up for a moment and back to neutral. Step the feet just a little bit more than hip distance apart. It's nice and upright. And we're coming into a nice twist here. Opposite hand to knee. You could go facing forward if you wanted to now, Kevin, but it's fine. Okay, left hand to right knee. Reach up with the hand. And any amount come into a turn. Maybe you're linking with the back of your chair. And just turn and use the hands to encourage that twist. Nod your head. We want to stay nice and loose in the jaw and in the neck. Inhale tall, so lift up. Exhale, turn. Gently unwind and come to the front. So when I say inhale tall, it's because sometimes we get crumpled down like this. We want to lift up the body. Opposite hand to knee. Reach the left up for the sky and use that for the rotation to the left. Inhale tall. Use the hands to turn. Relax the neck. Relax the jaw. And just let the low spine cooperate with what we're asking. And come back to center. Let that go. We're going to move our toes underneath our knees. We're headed to our sit-stand practice. And again, this is going to be in every stability class. It is so important. Knees come over toes and we tuck the heels back just a little bit. Make sure you're forward on your chair. Now bring your nose over top of your knees. Okay, I'm going to show you hands on thighs because this is the solution many people have. Don't put your hands on your knees. It's really hard on your knees. Put it on your thigh bones, okay? So nose forward. Now think up, not forward, and press through and come straight up if you can. That's great. Let's just go back up and down a couple of times. Back up until you can feel the chair against the back of your legs. Hinge at your hips. Hinge at your knees. Put your hands on your thighs or reach for your chair and lower yourself straight down, not back, just down. Feel the strength you're starting to build in your body and the muscle memory. One more time, we're going to do that. Knees over toes, nose over knees. Some of you might be doing this hands-free by now or pushing on the edge of the chair. I'm going to show you hands-free. I'm thinking straight up. Go straight up, push through the feet and come straight up. And let's stay up this time and just stand to the side of our chair, using it for a little extra balance. We're going to be doing squats, Kevin, so I'm going to put my chair sideways here a little bit so you can see. Get my prop. Sideways squats. Sideways squats. So one of the things we really need to build is that strength in the squat position. It's really hard to do that free hands if you haven't done it in a long time. Coming down and back up can be very, very challenging. So what we do instead is put our hands on the chair or on a counter. Okay, feet are nice and parallel. Roll back the shoulders. Find the balance in your body. Don't be hunched. Come on up. Nice and tall, hands on the back of a chair or a countertop, and we just lower the hips a little bit, and then we lift back up again. Don't go too deep until you know what you have the strength to get out of. Coming down, you can push on the chair if you need to come back up again. Going slow and moving through, building the strength you need, and back up again. Your motion might be very small when you first start this, and you might need to use a lot of pressure in your hands when you're first doing the squat. Gradually progressing towards a hand on a chair or even hands-free. If we're doing it hands-free and you want to show the full version, Kevin, we put our hands out when we come into the squat. So we just come on down, okay? Maybe you still need a chair and that's okay. And then bring it back up again. We put our hands out like this because if we accidentally start doing a forward fold, our arms are going to tell us that we have the wrong position. So it helps us measure that we're staying nice and level and going straight up and down. Essential movement we have there. Okay, we did some knee lifts while we were seated. Let's just try. Put a hand on a chair if you need to. Hands out for balance otherwise, and just lift a knee nice and high. Put it down. Nice and high, put it down. So think about this now. Let's shift the weight over to the right, free up that leg. Now lift. Put your foot down. Shift your weight to your left. Now lift. Do you feel the difference of muscle control? What? You're wobbling? Shift, lift. One more time. Come to center, shift, and lift. We're going to do the opposite, which is the hamstrings, bit of a activation here. This is a kickback. Okay, if you do it too much, you might get a little cramp because your body's trying to take care of you and thinks you've lost your mind. Put your hand on your chair, find your balance nice and tall. Don't lean into this. And any amount, lift the heel back. Shift your weight, lift the heel back. Shift your weight. So we're training the brain to really activate the toes and feet on one side while we free up the other leg. And this is so good for the hamstrings. Last one. And there we go. Make sure I am not forgetting anything here. And we're going to just do our step back again today. So working on that ability to take a backward step, not committing, not just stepping back into that and hoping everything goes well, but training the brain. Let's take a foot back, put the toe down, okay, with or without a chair. Now sink into the heel. Feel your weight distribution change. Other foot. Step back, toe down. Sink into the heel. Bring the weight back so you're almost on those toes at the front. And we're going to go forward the same way. Go into the heel, move your weight forward. Toes down, go into your heel, move the weight forward, and bring the foot alongside. Let's lead with the other leg. I led with right last time, so I'm going to take left back. Put your foot back, toe down. Sink into the heel. Bring your weight back. Find the balance. Toe down behind you. Step into that heel. And now we go forward with control, almost like a Tai Chi movement of slow control. Toe down, heel down, weight comes forward. Bring that leg alongside. Any amount, we're just doing as a lateral leg lift here. I'm trying to give some space so that I don't kick Kevin. He could probably do this balanced here, but we're just going to be nice and tall. Don't look down, hand on a chair, and just lift your leg out to the side and back. So we're shifting that weight into that left leg, getting that balance, and lift and open. Lift and open. Other side. Shift your balance and your weight into your right. Lift and open, lift and open, and put that down into mid-stride. So we're stepping forward, putting that toe down, putting that heel down, and being in mid-stride. Little bit of space between the feet here. Square out the hips, find your focal point, and find your balance. Weight is not back, get it in the middle. Okay. Right leg forward, left arm stretches out, right arm stretches back. Stretch and find the balance in your body. Take a breath, don't hold your breath, and bring the arms alongside. Put a hand on a chair if you need to, or Kevin's going to show the full version of this where we actually take and change our gaze to the right, and he's going to extend the arms and do that at the same time. I'm going to hold a chair and we're coming into that nice big turn. Don't hold your breath and come on back to center. Step the foot back alongside. Is that okay? All right. Okay, we're going to change to the other side. We're going to take the left foot forward, put the toes down, put the heel down, find our mid-stride and our balance. Whoops, Katie almost fell over. I'm good advertising for the necessity of it. So you want that balance of weight, not to be back, not to be forward. In the middle, mid-stride, where we rarely pause, but we need strength. Okay, reaching up with the right hand, reach back with the left, and just stretch that out. Find your focal point. Too much for you, put your fingertips on a chair. That's okay. Bring it back to center. Still holding that stride. Kevin's going to demonstrate the hands-free method, and I'm going to demonstrate with that one hand on a chair. We're going to take that right hand forward, look over to the left. Breathe through, hold the balance. Feel your feet adjusting to the balance in your body, and bring that to center. Bring the foot back and bring it alongside. Final thing we're going to do while we're standing, and then we'll finish off seated in a chair, is our tightrope walking situation here. So for some people, putting one foot tight in front of the other is just a little too hard on your body. So we're going to be cueing for this, but what you can do instead is just have like one footprint over if you need to. Okay, so we're going to take that right foot forward, and if you can, go heel to toe. Go heel to toe if you can. Too much for you? Then step it aside. Now let's work on our posture. Put your hand on a chair if you need to, but let's roll back the shoulders, find a focal point, and holding in tightrope position. Breathe through that. If you're holding onto a chair, can you kind of let go and just hover instead? Holding, your toes should be twitching a little bit inside your shoes. All right, let's bring the weight forward and carefully put the other foot in front, heel to toe, or just alongside, your choice. Find the balance, find your focal point, find the stillness in your body and the strength. And come back to feet alongside. If you've kind of got that in your own time, you can start just doing tightrope walking in your home. In a hallway is great because you have something on either side. Work towards that balance. Okay, let's come back down into our chairs to finish off the class today. And we're going to sit down properly, so don't sit down yet. Okay, whoops. Okay, calves against the back of your chair. You can feel your chair, you know it's there. Not just guessing and hoping. Okay, hinge at the hips and hinge at the knees. And put your hands to the edges, to your thighs, wherever you need for support, and go down. Go down. There we go, lowering into the chair. Every time you get in and out of a chair, you should try to think of it and work on this, not to exhaustion, but just sporadically throughout your day. Tuck your toes, knees forward, nose over knees, and gradually be able to do that as a hands-free motion because you've built that strength. Lower it down, but first we take those calves back. We know that chair is there. Now we hinge. Now we lower and coming down to the chair. All right, let's go to our heel-toe exercises here. Okay, we got a couple of them for today. So first of all, you're gonna find where you're gonna be comfortable on the floor and just lift the heel and then put the foot down, lift the toes. Some people like to put it out a little in front. It's easier to do toes and then heels, toes down, flexing the ankles. I'm doing one, you do both. Pumping, circulating below the knee, healthy circulation. And take a pause. Let's put the feet back underneath the knees, nice and flat. Are you forward on your chair? Are you in good posture? Spread out the toes wide. Press each one individually into the floor. Maybe you're inside shoes, and that's okay. Bit better with bare feet, but it's fine this way as well. So we spread out, we press those toes in. We become aware of the toes. We curl them up tight like we're trying to pick up the mat underneath us. Curl them up tight. Spread them out wide. Do you have problems with foot cramps and toe cramps? We're working on that. Curl them up tight. And then spread them out wide and just let them be like that. Okay, couple of just cool down things to finish off our class today. We're gonna just do a bit of a curl up. Kevin, you might do side version of this where we're bringing that knee back up again. So first, just the strength of the leg, lift the knee up. Now let's just hug that knee as close as we can. Maybe you're holding your thigh, maybe you're holding your shin, but hug it. Now we curl up, tuck the chin, tuck the nose, roll the shoulders and squeeze. Deep breath in, exhale, and just hug that. Come on, up to upright, gently release. Other side, hug the knee into the chest. So lifting the leg power first, now tuck the chin, curl the shoulders, wrap yourself around that leg in any way you can. Come to upright, gently let that go, put that down. There we go. We're going to do a bit of a figure 4 stretch as part of our cool down stretches today. This is range of motion and flexibility and comfort in the low back hips. Just if you possibly can, we're going to bring that right foot up and lay it on the knee. Some people, this is a real hardship. Okay, so if you can't do this, instead what you're going to do is just cross over at the ankles with this leg in front. On the thigh, not on the knee. That's right, I just got a correction. You're not supposed to lay things onto your knees. So come up nice and tall, holding on to ankle and knee. Any amount, float forward over top of that leg and come back up. We're not going to do static stretches today. We're going to do stretches in motion. Let's just come forward and back again. Kevin's going to keep demonstrating that. I'll show you the modified version. Right leg in front, just coming forward and back up. One more time. And come back up. If you're here and you're feeling really comfortable here, you can even squeeze a little bit, lift up that foot and go deeper into a stretch. That's available to you on your own time. Let's unwind from that and bring the other leg either crossed over in front or all the way up into your figure four. Don't crumple down into this, okay? Let's come on up. Let's fight gravity. We've been fighting it our whole life. Nice and tall. Deep breath in. Holding knee and ankle, draw the shoulders forward. Don't curl up, just fold up over top of the legs. Float it out. Inhale, tall. Exhale, forward. One more time. And come on forward. And if you're in this upper position, you can just think about, do you have a little more to give into that stretch? Just bring it up. We call this rock the baby. You can do that if you want to. And unwind, put the foot down. Going to our obliques. We do this each class. This is hands to the side of the head, unless you have a lot of shoulder issues. I will show you a version if this is hard on you, okay? We're gonna be lifting up a knee and taking our shoulder towards that knee and then coming up to straight. Lift a knee, come around, look over to the side. Inhale, tall. Exhale, squeeze, oblique crunch, okay? Too much for your arms. All you're doing is dropping your shoulder. Kevin's gonna keep going in the full version. Drop a shoulder. That way you don't have to have your arms suspended like that. You just drop it down. It's just directional. That's why we hold like that. One more time. And come to neutral. Back to feet on the floor. Let's just loosen up through the arms here. We're gonna do a couple of things. We're gonna clasp the hands, pull the shoulders up. Inhale, nice and tight. Exhale, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Let that go. Inhale up. Exhale, let that go. Just loosening up. And to our full exhale, inhale nice and wide. I'm almost got you. And we're gonna exhale, curl up, give ourselves a hug, wrap up. Now roll the shoulders forward, curl the spine, tuck the chin, curl up into a little ball. Keep breathing nice and normal through this. Push through the feet and lift the body back up again. Look which elbow's on top. Inhale wide. Let's take the other arm on top. Exhale and roll it up. Curl up. Push through the feet. Come up to neutral. Release the arms. And finally, just a big inhale, reach tall like mountain pose. Reach through the side body and exhale, lower the arms down. That's our class today. Never hesitate if you've got the time to do both in a row. It's really good. It's not too much for your body. The exercises are nicely balanced. But if all you have is a half hour, this video is for you. Please subscribe. We're going to add more things such as sciatica issues and things like that. You'll see videos coming through if you subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.